gonna stay that way. It's gonna stay that way, dang it. I just walked into the fire. It's okay. I'm so hot, I'm gonna walk into the water and eat a pie. Yes, you quite literally can light yourself on fire in this game. You need marshmallows now. I do need marshmallows. That would be really good. There we go. I'm on the way. Help is on the way.
It's on the way, Daddy.
Help is on the way, dearie. Not that you need it. I wish I was, but I'm not. Look at you, Final. It's like, I love you. Let's dance. I love you. Here, have a flower. Hi. What's the tea? Oh my God, I'm so sad. Hi, bye. Ha. I'm sad again. I'm just gonna lurk. Hype, hype, hype. And that's my rundown. It's my rundown of all the emojis that I currently possess on. You got your new wheelchair. Thank you so much for the lurk. Sad Eeyore sigh, I know. Thanks for noticing. What do you guys have on you? Yeah. Now you have to collect wonder seeds. We're just out here being seed collectors. We're getting all the seed. And a bunch of something. Hooray. And here comes some stupid bird to attack me. Because why not? It's a minor bird. Minor bird A and minor bird B. And they're about to be minor bird dead. Just saying. Good night.
We won!
We won! We did. Of course the banana don't jiggle jiggle. I mean, sometimes the bananas jiggle jiggle, but that's a different story. And grab your little butt cheeks. Somebody needs some copper ore. Clover. Clover is very needy today, friends. Never! I stay thirsty. Well, it depends on what kind of thirst it is, Ellie. Did she just say copper ore? Just gonna ram them. Because I have a really, really cool hull. Whoops. At least there was one torpedo. Oh, they have them too! Shit! I'm gonna sink. They gonna sink my ass. It's so fun. I used to play It Takes Two with a friend of mine, and at one point, I think we were stuck on something. Oh, guys, doing moonies. Thank you. Thank you so much. You didn't have to do that either. What was doing this morning? Dropping little happiness petals. Thank you so much for the lurk. Sad Eeyore sigh, I know. Thanks for noticing. What do you guys have on you? Hello? Oh my gosh! Was not expecting that. What? Shit. We got shit. Okay, I know we're in an ad break, but hello, I'm awake, kind of. Sonata, I fixed that. Um, so what I'm gonna do is I am going to redo this for you and see if it works. I don't know if I can though. Let's see, hang on. I don't know, it might target me though, because I was the one that ran it. Well, it still did the same thing. Alright. So I took out target user. Well, no, I didn't take out target user. I took out arg1 username and put target username. But I don't know. It's just it's not doing what it's supposed to do. Because why would it? All right. It's working. It's just weird from the test. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll try again next time. So, how are you doing? How is everybody doing? I am very tired today. I did not get a lot of sleep last night because my little people, you know, the ones that I created, the people, they decided that they were going to be little party animals and not go to sleep when they were supposed to. And then they decided that they were going to share my bed and kick me out of it. So, I'm very tired. I did get a little bit of sleep, but today is like the first Wednesday of the month, and so our city runs the tornado siren test, so I probably still would be sleeping now if our tornado sirens hadn't started going off. But I have decided to get up and run my stream and do streamy things, because tomorrow my stream will also be a little late getting off the ground. I have a prior engagement that I have to do. So anyways, my stream is late today, but that's okay, right? That's okay. We're gonna go do some cozy groving and some Beacon Pine story if you guys are up for it today. So I've got our cozy grove all lined up here. So why don't we just go ahead and continue to earn some Spirit Scout badges today, and see what kind of bears we can uncover and help. Because it's fun! Calcifer! My little Spirit Scout is like, I slept the rain. What kind of food is that? Hi, Burb. I don't have that kind of food. I don't know what kind of food that is, but I'll give you a pet on the beak. There you go. Yay! He's like, you can pet me all you want. I'm not going to give you anything until you feed me. Do I have that in my storage? No, I have it right here. I can feed the cat. There you go, kitty cat. Yay! Pet the rainbow cat on multiple days. Look at us go. We got an achievement for that one. Alright, time to go visit our bear friends. Grab our quests for today. Can I help you with something? I've been thripping through. Hi, kids. I can't talk today. I've been flipping through this old Spirit Scout handbook. Of course, flipping gets a bit repetitive when there's only a few pages. I think I'm going to make a project out of repairing this old handbook. If you see any loose pages out there, please bring them by. Well, lucky for you, we have them all right here. 3 pages, impressive. I can't wait to stitch these into the binding. Oh, a partial list of all natural counter hexes and a guide to minor gods. Mr. Kit gets a great write-up. And here's a page about the mission of the Spirit Scouts. A scout must connect to the world beyond and tend to cursed and unwanted places. Cursed and unwanted places. Is that what my camp has become? I remember the last scout who recited that mission statement. Her sash was covered in basket weaving and marshmallow toasting merit badges. She earned badges for helping ghosts too, but in the end, she gave those badges back. Yay, we got a log, but why did she give her badges back? Like, I don't know what happened there. We got the money! Uh-oh, my tool broke. Oh no. Guess we gotta go fix that. But that released a free essence. Well, that's cool. At least we got something free. Gotta go get my tool repaired. Let's see what he needs for that. 2 branches. Sounds great. Repair it. Can I help you with something? Maker buddy. Hey, I've been stewing on what I did in life to end up as a ghost. But I can't remember doing anything that would explain it. And maybe not remembering is part of my problem. Tell me, have you ever used a dowsing rod? You mean that stick that finds water? A dowsing rod? Those are real? It's a dowsing rod. Water. Oh no, Maker buddy. You can't use a dowsing rod to find water. That's just superstition. A dowsing rod locates lost memories. Pull them right out of the ground. I can make one for you. I'm sure it'll come in handy. Here's a list of materials we'll need. I'd gather them myself, but, you know, ghost hands. Alright, so we need more... Surprise! We need more fish bones. Fantastic! So we have to do more fishing today. Sorry, my allergies are a bit wonky today. Alright, let's see. We'll go down here to our Captain Feather Weather Friend Bear Pelican guy. Can I help you with something? It isn't easy, is it? Being stranded here. No hope of rescue with naught but spirits for company. Well, he sounds very, very hopeful, doesn't he? Being stranded here is terrible. That it's terrible, though, right? I mean, it doesn't look that terrible. Maybe it is. I don't know. Yeah, the struggle is real. This is exactly what I trained for. I'm doing fine. Thanks for reminding me. Why the Spirit Scouts taught you the skills to scratch out a life and to treat with death itself. Okay, so patience, Squawk. Patience is the greatest challenge. In life, only one thing helped me through the long stretches of gray. A mug of grog. A mug of grog. Alright, you may have to help multiple times and wait several days and be patient. Okay, so that one we might not be able to finish today, but we'll get going on it. chop, chop. Wow, it's a raid. It's a potato raid from my favorite potato. Oh, hi, bestie. Hi, Cass. How are you? Oh my goodness. Everybody's going off right now. Hi, my friends. Oh, what are you guys doing? Oh my goodness. Everybody's it. That's amazing. Hi, guys. How are you? What are you doing? What you been up to? Welcome in, everybody. I think most everybody knows me in here, my bloomix bestie friends. Um, what were you up to today, my friend? How was your stream? Were you doing the Animal Crossing thing? I think I love Animal Crossing. I've spent so much time of my life playing that game. It's insane. Of course, I misspelled it. I misspelled everything. It's fine. Welcome into the raid with the raid Sonata. I love you guys. Welcome in. Welcome in. Today we're playing some Cozy Grove. And then after that, we're going to be playing what else are we going to be playing today? We're going to be playing Beacon Pines. Because Cozy Grove, you can do all of your daily things, and then after you do everything for like the real day, you kind of can't do anything else. So we were gonna just chill out with some Beacon Pines. But thank you so much for the raid, Cass. If you need to go raid and run, I definitely understand. Go take care of your needs, and if you want to lurk, that's okay too. That's okay. Thank you so much for trusting me with your community, and welcome in all of my bloomix besties. And I'm gonna fix that target username thing right now because apparently I am always misspelling all kinds of things in my codes because that explains a lot. All right. We'll fix that really quickly. Maybe I can get to it. Right. Hopefully that's fixed now. You were playing in the tournament. So how's that going? I'm sorry that I missed your stream this morning. I needed some sleep. My children kept me awake super duper late last night. So I've missed some of the Animal Crossing tourneys, but how's it going? One of my special trees seems to have wandered off somewhere. Perhaps I set her down near a statue. I think we're looking for books. You got all the tasks done, Huzzah! Let's go! That's amazing. See, I'm afraid to do the tournaments because I'm so slow. Maybe one day I'll do a tournament, and I won't be epically bad at it. But I have not seen that there before. What is that? Oh, thank you so much for the donation. I know it says you've donated to Cool Cats. I don't know. I gotta change that too. I'm so behind the times. Cool Cats was the last rescue, last charity we did. But we are fundraising for the Trevor Pot Project for the month of June, for Pride Month. So thank you so much for your donation. That means a lot to me. As I was saying yesterday on my stream, I've had quite a few of my friends who have unalived themselves because of internal conflicts with their self-identification and sexuality. So it really does mean a lot to me that you guys are helping out. So thank you so much. Why can't I find this thing? All right, so I'm gonna write that one down and make sure I fix that because I don't know why that one is still doing weird things either. A lot of things going on my stream that I'm like, what's happening today? Help. So thank you guys for looking at all this stuff, uh, finding all of this stuff that I need to fix. It's great. Can't do it without you. I think my backpack's full. Time to go burn stuff at the fire. All right, let me see if I can do this without walking into my tent or petting the bird. We'll feed the fire. Feed the fire. Only 4 more logs before I'm full. I sense someone has a log they're eager to give you, if you can help them. All right, what are we gonna do? I want to burn something. We need to, I guess I need to burn these ores, and then maybe I can donate to the museum to the other things that I need to do. I purposely just walked through that decoration. That's the first time I've ever done that. We need fish bones anyways because we have to fix the dowsing rod. So after I donate the fish, I'll still have some left to burn. So let's do the thing. We're gonna select here and this and this. Do you have anything else we can donate right off? We do. Okay. Sounds great. Here you go. You gotta go to your newborn niece. Oh, congratulations on your newborn niece. I hope mom and baby are doing fine and get lots of newborn little cuddles and snuggles in because babies are awesome. See you later, Cass. Have a good rest of your day, and thank you so much for the raid and trusting me with your community. I'll archive this right away. Materialist, collect unique 15 items. So we've gotten that achievement. We get to get presents. Hooray! That's the fun thing about donating to your collection of sorts, because they give you prizes or rewards for donating. And I'm all here for that. It's better than selling it, honestly. You get new recipes and all kinds of other stuff. Alright, so we get to learn some recipes. We learned a new cooking recipe. Now we can cook magic hairballs. Magic hairballs. Now you can cook it anytime you want at the baker's shop. Now we can make a royal gem at Maker Bears. Do we have any more recipes that we can learn? Or was it just those two? Okay, it was just those two. And we got... What do we have? We have the golden berry bush. So I can place that next to lamps and rustic decor, but bustling decor it doesn't it doesn't like. So it's hard on this game world. Anyway, it's hard for me to I'm gonna end that music for a minute. It's hard for me
Oh my
to
goodness, is that a real Sasquatch?
Oh my goodness, that is a real Sasquatch. Hi, handsome Drew. Welcome in. You have a question for me, friend? What's your question? Where is that the question? Hey, can I ask you a question? That's the question. That was your question. I love it. Welcome in, friend. How are you doing? How's your day? That's amazing. Hey, can I ask you a question? I love that. You should use that forever now. I'm late getting to my stream today, but I wanted to make sure that we definitely. Oh, Firefly7, thank you for the follow. My favorite all-time game. Oh gosh, that's a hard one. What is my favorite all-time game? I'd probably either have to go with. There's probably two or three. Um, the first being the Kingdom Hearts series. I absolutely loved that one when it first came out back in the day, and I played the crap out of that game. The second one is Final Fantasy 3. I loved that one. And then the Dragon Age series, because it's just awesomely fun. It just sucks that it doesn't work very well on the PC anymore. So you have to finagle it to get it to work right if you know how to do it. But those are my three picks. I don't need to get a life. I'm a gamer. I have lots of lives. It's true. It's true. So, that's my life. How are you, a butterfly? Welcome in. I'm so happy that you're here. Thank you so much again for the follow. So, what games do you like to play? Do you like the good cozy games too? The other games that I have spent a large majority of my life playing have been The Sims, like from inception to like 4, and then Animal Crossing, and then the other one I don't play anymore, but I have spent a large portion of my life, specifically a large portion of my early 20s, playing World of Warcraft. That's actually how I met my husband. We met playing that game. It's a love story. But yeah, so those are all the games that I really, really, really enjoy and have spent a lot of my lifetime hours partaking in. Cozy games and horror, that's such a juxtaposition, right? It's good to balance it out. Some horror too. I like to play Left 4 Dead with some of my friends. And then I have Phasmophobia, but I have not ever played it. Actually, no. I really enjoy a game that has satisfying objectives and rewards growth, but I'm a first person shooter player by nature. I used to play Halo and COD, competitively. I'm just old now and don't want to rage anymore. You know what, Drew? That's fair enough. I mean, that's kind of me, Pokemon and Zelda, and then there's Dark Souls. Dark Souls and Hollow Knight. Yeah. Did I hear rage? You heard rage. Hi, Ellie. Good afternoon, my friend. I am I'm a late streamer today because I slept in. But I think it's good that us gamers we have our cozy side and then our ragey sides, our horror sides. Let's be friends. Ellie's like, skip the treat check-in. We're going straight to let's be friends every day, all day. Bolts the door. Is it gonna play? Is
Yes,
it gonna play?
I do want you.
The bolt the door one didn't play. I don't know why. Blurb be silly-o. Why did it not play? That's
Bolt
really
the
weird.
door.
Oh, it did. It got confused. It was like, I'll do this one first.
Pull the lever, Kronk.
Run there. I gotta go find Pixie. I think she's in the window. Yeah, I'm looking around for her right now. Think she is in the window. Let me go. Let me go call her with the treat jar. You know how she runs. She runs really quickly. I'll be right back. I found a certain Pixie, and she was in a certain window. There's my arm. He says, "Thank you so much, Ellie, for the treaties." Pixie butt. I know. She's showing her fans how loyal she is. That's actually that's actually cat language, you guys. It's cat language for loyalty. I found that out the other day. I was like, hmm. So that's why they always stick it in your face.
Why, hello there.
Well, hello there, Megan. Come in, my friend. June, how are you? I'm trying to like go back. Look at all those redeems. You just like you went ham, didn't you, Ellie? You're just like, I'm definitely here today. So that's how you inspire loyalty. Good to know. Well, if you're a cat, I don't know if you're a human that you would want to inspire loyalty by putting your backside into somebody's face that might get you arrested. But I mean, hey, you do you, my friend. Just tell me how that works out for you later. Okay. All right. So we've got how are you doing? And I want to check my mailbox. I guess. How are you doing? I'm going to pick up that quest. I woke up in the middle of the night with that soccer ball on my chest. It was heavy. So heavy it hurt. Well, don't sleep with a soccer ball, you goofball. My wife shows me loyalty constantly then. I mean, it's fine if you're married. Like, you could, just be a smart butt or not. I don't know. But if let's see. But if I rolled it off, it would crash on the floor. and wake up my wife. So I let it sit there. Oh, Patrice, you didn't want, you're so sweet. Suffering for the comfort of your spouse is very sweet, but terrible at the same time. As long as the loyalty is consensual, it's all good. That's right. Peanut butter Ellie pants. Ellie has the right idea because consent is sexy. All right, let's see. Yep, it's going to be one of those days. But I can't complain. I deserve everything I'm going through after all. Oh, a couple of unclaimed packages showed up. Usually, I sort them and figure out where they should be headed. Not today. Today, I'm just going to give them to you. Fantastic. Oh, look, we did get one of the we but but my inventory is still full. But I got what I needed, so I guess we completed that task with the grog. All right, let's go burn some stuff really quick and then I'll come right back. I didn't realize that I was going to have all this stuff to pick up if I went to pick up all of these quests. So let's go empty out some more of our lovely, lovely inventory. And I walked into the tent. I'm trying to talk to the fire. Let me talk to the fire. I want to burn something. Let me burn. Oh. We're burning it. Yay! Still can't feed the bird. I'm trying to put stuff in my inventory. I need to move the bird. So every time I walk over here. Let's see. My inventory might also be full too. Nope, it accepted the thing. What is that? A leaf and amber. Donate to collections for a reward. Don't mind if I do. You doubt your wife wants to reverse that role. You never know until you try. Oh, Drew. Maybe add some jewelry to make it pretty and try again. Thank you guys so much for the little giggle. That was really cute. I love you guys. You crack me up so much. It's silly. All right, I think we can sell the shells. Oh, my inventory is definitely full. All right. We can sell the shells and pick up all the other stuff on the ground. And then we'll talk again. Let's see. What would you like to do? Oh, I was just thinking, why, if it isn't my little letter getter who's come to chat, my little letter getter. It's a quarter of a pixie cam. Yeah, she moved. He kind of moved. He's like very tired now. Try to move my camera, it sort of might not want to stay. It's very picky. All right, there we go. It's corner of a pixie cam. She eated her treaties and now she be tired. It's a cat's life for sure. Look at that cat. It's like, I don't know what you want me to do. Who can blame her? I know, right? She's such a cuddle bug. Except for this morning. She definitely helped when my alarm went off. She kind of nibbled at my feet to get me to wake up because she knew I needed to wake up. I said, Mom, wake up. She has the hiccups. Have you guys ever seen a cat that has hiccups? She gets the hiccups. I don't know if you can see her on the camera, but she does. She has little kitty hiccups. She's so cute. All right. See, to take my mind off of things, I'm rereading my favorite postal decree, publication 59, abbreviations for use with zip code. Not only does this document establish the zip code system, but it also introduces the two-letter state abbreviations we know and love today. Some say that the Postmaster General nailed it to the door of the Postal Service headquarters, but I think that's an urban myth. There's going to be an ad that's starting in about 2 minutes and 54 seconds, guys. Just heads up for those who are not subscribed. And let's see what's in the mailbox today. Woohoo! We get a present for feeding our spirit animal. And, Cheerio, Scout About Town. No word from the main chapter yet, but I found an old story about Cozy Grove at the library. So we get to get a common fence because nobody's coming to rescue us on this island. Fantastic. All right, so we have... Let me go over here and sell some stuff, too. I want to sell stuff. I want to sell this stuff. Mixed greens. All right, we will sell all of that for 923 old coins. Of course we have a deal. I will take it. Get out of my inventory. We're gonna go give the grog back to our friend on the beach over here. Whoops. Play. Turn around. Don't drown. Never you fear, Mr. Captain Bill Weathersnout. We are gonna color your world, my friend. Gulp. You're a fine friend to help me drown my troubles, so... You just realized the link blocker that you imported into StreamerBot had a German response by default? That's fun. Oh, in my experience, trouble doesn't stay beneath the waves for long. Yoink! Alright, so we've colored his world. We've got another spirit log. We have more shells to pick up, maybe to donate. We'll see. There's 3 of those. Grab our money. Sorry, little guys. I don't mean to terrorize you. I'm just trying to grab the money. We can go turn in our quest over here to get a dowsing rod. So let's see, that's everything we need for a dowsing rod. Now let me just conjure up a little bit of that supernatural DIY spirit. Okay, Palliapede double gate only opens one part of the gate? Does it? I have not paid attention to that when I play. I mean, you could tell the developers, maybe they might fix it, but it might be low on their priority list. All right, so ad break is in progress and it'll end in about a minute and 16 seconds. So whoever's in chat right now, I'm sorry that you're in an ad break if you're not subscribed. Let's see. Let's see. There we have it. One dowsing rod. You'll need to equip it and use your intuition. When it feels just right, you can mark the spot and dig. And hey, maybe I can borrow it in your off hours to start digging up some memories of my own. Whenever you want, as long as you get it back to me. Sorry, I have a thing about sharing my tools. Oh, I don't really care. I'll be extra careful with it. And so we've lit up our little friend over here. Look, we're getting all kinds of decorations. I should probably put those out to get them out of my inventory. Money! It's money! There's something with these statues that I don't remember. The ad break is finishing. Welcome back. How are you liking Cozy Grove? I love Cozy Grove. So I have played this game before, back a while ago, when I was on maternity leave, and for something to do, and the baby was snoozing and I couldn't sleep because mom brain. But yeah, I sat and played through this game a couple years ago. I didn't play through the entire ending, so I still don't really know how it ends, but I did play. Oops, I don't know why I'm fishing in the dirt. But yeah, I think it's a super cute game. Oh no, my inventory is full again. But yeah, I think it's a really super cute game. I think it's a really cool concept of you don't have to spend hours upon hours playing it every day if you don't want to. It gives you like little daily tasks, and once it's done for the day, then you wait until literally the next physical day on, your system, and then you come back and complete more quests. I love the artwork. I think the artwork is super, super cute. They are also coming out with another one. If you follow their socials on like Twitter, the only downside to it, and it's gotten a lot of backlash, is that you have to have a Netflix account subscription in order to play it. So a lot of the console gamers that have played the original on console, like Nintendo Switch and stuff, they are all very, very upset because they don't want to pay for a Netflix subscription. Yeah. If you go on to Twitter and follow the Cozy Grove stuff, I think I've linked it even on mine on Twitter. This is Cozy Grove. Cozy Grove is coming out with another Cozy Grove. But yeah, if you go onto my Twitter, I think, and scroll down a few posts, I've talked about it, I think. If I remember. I've slept between now and then, but it is there. And there's a lot of talk about it. A lot of people are not happy with the devs for making that deal. But because I have a large family, we do have a Netflix subscription. So I'm I'm hoping to try it out and see. I don't know if I'll be able to stream it. I'll try. Um, when it comes out, I'll see. But yeah, they're coming out with another one. Gonna feed Flamey some fire. Yum, only 3 more logs before I'm full. I sense someone has a log they're eager to give you, if you can help them. Oh, we have badges we can collect too. Yay, I love the prizes! Animal raising tier 1 beginner. Let's see, are there any more in that category? Nope. Farming tier beginner. Look at us go! We're just collecting badges. Shrubbery vendetta. I bet I have a vendetta against shrubberies. Bring thee the shrubbery. Casting connoisseur. I feel like such a great scout. Materialist. Oh, that's a pretty one. Prismatic pal. Pet the rainbow cat. Alright, we've collected all of our badges that we've earned thus far. There's coins up there. I need to place some light. Oh, I didn't place it close enough to some other light source, I think. I want to pick you up. Why can't I pick you up? Well, I guess it's just going to stay there for now because I can't pick it up. It won't let me interact with it. I don't... What's going on? Why can't... Hello? Did my game glitch out? Did it do weird things? That's really weird. It won't let me interact with it on the ground. All right. I can't interact with the skull even. I'll hate it when that happens, when my game gets all weird. Alright, so it's happy-ish over there. I'll leave it there. Oh, this game in my backpack. Backpack, backpack. Oh, it's because I picked up all these bag bugs. Maybe safely dropped or tossed away. Okay, you can toss those away, I guess. We've got front gates and log cabin fences. What is this? This is a small sculpture. What do we want to do with the small sculpture? Do we want to put it with the large sculpture? Pick it over. Oh, it's tiny. It is tiny. They weren't kidding. It was small. So we'll put it over here next to the other one. Oh, who didn't like it? Oh, the plant didn't like it. I'm gonna pick you, plant. Make you unhappy somewhere else. I cannot juggle the stuff in this game. I drop them and they just come back. I don't like it. But how can we get rid of them? That makes no sense. It says safely dropped. How do we get rid of the bag bugs? You never realized how tight your glutes were in Paleo, but when you have to run everywhere, yeah, this is true. When you have to run everywhere and you don't have a vehicle, you get your exercise in and then some. All right, I'm gonna donate to some stuff. We're gonna donate you so I can get you out of my inventory. I do want these bag bugs gone, but I don't remember how. Oh, maybe I can yeet them into the water. I think that's how I did it the last time. It's prizes! Working on our little collection here. Woohoo! Alright, I'm going to see if I can yeet these bag bugs into the water. Ha! That was really satisfying, by the way. Let's see what's going on. Oh, I was just thinking. I was just thinking of this one time. I was walking along, thinking about some new project, and boom, I bumped right into a mailbox. I said, "Sorry, my mistake," and kept moving along. You know, it wasn't until later that evening that I even realized I apologized to a mailbox. Have you guys ever done that? Have you guys ever apologized to an inanimate object? Feel like I have done that more than once. Don't you judge me. Alright, can I pick a... Oh, that's cool. Alright. I don't know that I can solve this puzzle again today. I'm terrible at these. I want to place you, don't I? Okay. Nope. Darn it. Here. Yay, we solved it. Cap. Oh yeah, we need to talk to this bear over here too. Give me all the money. The monies! Allison Fisher. I saw an adorable ghost bird wandering through town the other day. The poor thing was hungry. I didn't have anyone to care for it. Unfortunately, I have no idea what ghost animals eat. But I am an expert in baking positivity. Ha! So using my baker's intuition, I've compiled a list of high potential animal treats. What could go wrong? Nothing, that's what. I need to buy some salt. Alright, I think hopefully Mr. Kit will have some salt at the store. Hey Mr. Kit, I want to buy something. Do you have salt? Of course you do. Sounds great. Take my money for 2,000 old coins. Cheers. There's a lot of cool stuff in the store, but I'm trying really hard not to buy it all yet because I want to make sure that I have everything else done first before I start buying all the really cool stuff. All right. That's everything. Now let's mix it together while humming my favorite song. Done. Wow, it smells like cinnamon, fresh cut grass, and sun on a mountaintop. I think I've stumbled onto something great. Not that all my creations aren't genius, of course they are. But I think there's something magical about this one. I might make a habit of feeding the animals. You should try it too. Just come to me and say you want to bake something. I'm a great storyteller. Well, thank you. I've had plenty of practice with my kiddos. They like to tell stories too. All right, so we have all of that stuff that we can do, and then we have the secret thing. Oh, we lit up the world. Look at us go. Hello, little friendos. It's all the money. And then we have, what is this one? Book of Secrets that Francesca Duclaw needs. Toss a log to Flamey. Here's a log for you, my good friend Calcifer, aka Flamey. Only 2 more logs before I'm full. I don't sense any more logs out there today. You should check back tomorrow. Alright, so we're gonna turn in our book to our friend over here. I found the bookie book. There you are, Shelley. You're back home, safe and sound. We got a potted tulip and a cone crafting recipe. And more money. Huzzah! Give me all the money. All right. So, going to learn this recipe. And then gonna go down here because apparently our friendo has something to say to us. Have something new. Oh yes, these are all of the recipes that we now are able to craft once we have the materials, which is good. Give some more stuff to our collection here and put what we can in storage. Well, it makes my inner child good to listen. I never had much of an active mother. I am very sorry that you never had much of an active mother either. I don't really ever remember my mom sitting down with me reading stories to me, so I wanted to make sure that I did that for my kids, whether they want to sit down and listen or not. Sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't. One of my favorite things to do when the electricity goes out is like let them all pick out their books and we all like pile up on the bed and get our little flashlights and blankets and sit down and we all have story time. Thank you for the lurk, Sonata. But I wanted to make sure that I was there reading for my kids. Um, and I want to make them really good readers as well, because I think the more you're interested in stories, the more educated you become. And, we take trips to the library, we get books, and their school is really big on reading, and our school district is really big on holding reading competitions throughout the summer and stuff. So I think stories are great and they open up your world to a whole bunch of things. So it's another reason why I like Cozy Grove and another reason why I like Beacon Pines. Um, because they're really, really story based and they're just fun, cozy little stories, I think. So I'm glad that I can engage you and awaken your inner child there, Drew, because we all as adults still need to hold on to our inner children. Um, I think it's what makes life very interesting and not boring, right? What a lovely rusty spearhead. Shall we add it to the collection? I think so. We're gonna do it. Oh, he gave me relic ashes. Um, I meant to select more than this if I can, if there's anything else to donate. Oh, hey, look, we can donate salt. And that's all we can donate, and then we can see what we can pile into our storage. Did we finish the raw ingredient collection? Wow. That portion of it anyway. All right. Here we go. We're going to see what we can smush into our storage unit. I can get more storage, but I'm going to have to get more money to do that. You think the best part of becoming a parent was coming to peace with the anger that you had towards her because everything she didn't do for me, I now get to do for them? Yeah, kids have a way of healing you or making you realize just how difficult some things might have been maybe for your own parents, but you also get a chance to do what you wish your own parents had done for you. Um, oh, look at that. Hi, Jenny Kiki. Thank you for the follow. And guess what we did? We met our 200 follower goal. Okay, we're gonna act. We're gonna act like you didn't. You're a bad Bloomix. You're not a bad Bloomix bestie. It's totally fine. You're here now. That's all that matters. It's fine. Everything's fine. But yeah, we met our 200 follower goal. Now I have to figure out what to do to celebrate that. Holy broomsticks and bed knobs, guys. Man. So, so, yeah. I am not even a whole full year into streaming yet. So 200 is really cool. Thank you guys so much. You do 12 hours for follower goals? Yeah, I don't know that I can do a 12-hour with my kids. You came with a raid. Oh, you came with a raid. I can read. Uh, yes, it was Trash Panda Cats. You can't spell. I can't read. You can't spell. We're a perfect match. It's great. I can't spell either because apparently earlier today I misspelled the command and things just went all haywire. So we're two peas in a pod, and you are so welcome here. So welcome in, bestie. I definitely appreciate you. 200, congrats. Thank you so much, Drew. Um, I will have to figure out what to do. I don't know that I can commit to a 12-hour stream. I think my husband might kill me if I tried to leave him with 4 children while I sequestered myself away for 12 hours. Um, I'm back at my desk, but I'm going to lurk. Have a wonderful stream. Thank you so much for your lurk, and for the follow. And yeah, I'm eternally grateful. And thank you for being number 200. Let's go. Have a great day, Jenny. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. So we'll have to figure out, my friends, what we can do to celebrate our 200 follower goal. And then I have to figure out which kind of goal we're going to do next. So let's see what we can stuff in our storage unit. Put stuff in my storage. I have 0 spaces free. But if I've already got stuff in here, I can stack it, right? All right. Put in closet. Okay, so we have a walnut tree we can put in our grove. We have spirit essence that we can't fit in our thing yet. And then some shells that we can sell. Seashells by the seashore. All right. So let's get some of this stuff out of our inventory, shall we? Whoops. Wrong button. Wrong button, Kronk. Oh, that's pull the lever. Wrong lever. All right, place here. This one is potted flower plants, lamps, and cozy decor. Oh, I made a plant happy. It gave me a flower. It gave me a dahlia. I can't remember how tall this tree is. It's tall. It be tall. Thanks for the wood and the walnut. That sounds like a story. The wood and the walnut. We should totally write this story, you guys. The wood and the walnut. Wait, what does this look like? Okay, I see what that is. That's the same thing as the other thing. Look, I made them all happy again. They're like, we hate this thing. Alright, so we'll put that there. We haven't used the dowsing rod yet. I'll go sell these shells. And then I think we'll go switch over to some beacon pines and get back into our story there. Because I'm so invested in what's going to happen to beacon pines. I want to sell stuff. Sell the shell. But I wanted to sell more than that. I have to remember that I can select multiple things to sell. I have a leaf downfall intermediate. Harvest leaf piles. Woohoo! 1,000 coins for us. We're in an ad break again. There are so many ad breaks. Sorry, guys. All right. So we are good with our dailies for today on Cozy Grove. We have made our little friendo bears happy. We've lit up the world. We fed Flamey Calcifer some logs. The burb is still hungry because we don't know. Well, we can't make the food yet. And we'll need to use the dowsing rod probably tomorrow, I think. Maybe. And let's do some beacon pines. So right now I'm going to take a break, a little tiny break while we switch over to beacon pines. I know that we've got an ad break that's ending in about 30 seconds or so. So this is probably a good time to get up and stretch and get some water or take your meds or do some self-care while I switch over the game. So I will be right back in just a few minutes. Right, my friends. Okay, I think I've got it all switched over. So the last time yesterday, we ended here with Mr. Kerr making an announcement at the festival, and then everybody got frozen over, and so we ran into a dead end. So that meant that we had to go back through the tree and see which charms we still have left to use and go back to a different chapter and see if we can use them. So on this chapter, A Beginner's Guide to Hostile Interrogation, we've already used chill and hard interrogation. And so the next one is sly. And I think everything else on these branches have been used with the exception of flight on the MCDC, but that's quite a ways back. So so let's try sly. Let's try sly and see what we're doing. Okay, I'm back. Welcome back, Sonata. Welcome back. You're just in time to hang out for some beacon pine. And I am just in time to realize that I'm a little bit chilly. And I find my little blanket because I'm a little chilly. Where that is, I don't know. Aha, I was sitting on it. So now it's definitely nice and warm. Yay, warm blankie. You're finally attempting to get your hug command set up. Well, I don't even think I have one of those yet. I don't think I do. So you're definitely before me. Let me try. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. It's just exclamation hug. I should probably get that set up too. That'll be on my list of things to do as well. All right. So they needed to know what he was doing in Luca's house after some deliberation. It was decided that they'd run the classic good cop, blank cop interrogation. We've tried chill and hard, so now sly.
They'd run
So
the
let's see where
classic good
that gets
cop,
us.
sly cop interrogation. Luca and Rollo ducked behind a barrel, leaving Beck to her task. With a few crisp snaps, she roused Mr. Tolliver.
What? What's going on here? You're that Modewell girl. Please, call me back. Sorry about
Mr.
all
Tolliver
this.
looked down and shifted a bit, testing his restraints.
It seems there's been a mix-up. You see, I'm down here for the same reason you are. Juniper? Sent you here?
Beck caught herself before letting the surprise manifest on her face. She'd already gotten him to reveal his relation to Gran. This was going to be easy.
You know how Juniper is with her precautions? Operation Sparkplug has us all on edge. I guess she thought you needed some backup. But she sent a child? What better way to avoid prying eyes? Who would suspect a kid? I suppose that makes
Mr.
sense.
Tolliver wriggled a bit in his restraints.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Beck quickly removed the ropes.
That had to be uncomfortable. A little, yeah. But you understand. We never know who to trust in this
Mr.
town.
Tolliver rubbed the growing knot on his forehead.
Very true. So it turns out we're both here
Beck
to
twirled her hand, as if to prompt Mr. Tolliver to finish her thought.
destroy the
Beck shook her
evidence.
head and clicked her tongue.
Yep, the old gal is nothing if not thorough.
Mr. Tolliver let out an amused huff in agreement.
She sure is. Can't blame her, though. If anyone were to find out that we're going to destroy the source, well, we both know how bad that might be. No one will know anything once I finish cleaning things up
Beck
down
was
here.
on a roll now, playing Mr. Tolliver like a fiddle.
You're sure you can finish this up on your own? Juniper trusted me for a reason. You can leave the rest to me. Good. There is one more loose end I'll go work on. Loose end? Oh, it's nothing, really. The other day, I had the radio on scan while restocking the candy shelf. And wouldn't you know it, I intercepted an odd phrase in a perennial harvest transmission. Underground secrets. That's ominous. I think it might be a password, but Juniper dismissed it. Said it wasn't mission critical. What's the password for? We don't know. So we have a password and nowhere to put it. It's got to mean something, right? Good thinking. You should probably go work that out. I've got this under control. That's a relief. Between you and me, this basement gives me the willies.
Heading for the stairs, Mr. Tolliver hesitated and turned to Beck with a puzzled look. She grinned and gave him a peppy wave. With a shrug, he continued up the stairs, whistling a jaunty tune.
You guys catch that? Sure did. This whole time, Mr. Tulliver's had a candy shelf. But all he ever sells us is
Beck
apples.
blinked slowly in disappointment.
The password, Rolo. Well, sure. But once things are back to normal, I'll be having a word with Mr. Tulliver about that candy shelf. Fine. In the meantime, I've got an idea.
She turned to the table and began tearing small scraps of paper.
He said he heard a password on the radio. Any good spy transmission is never what it
Beck
seems.
marked each scrap of paper and leaned back.
We just need to find the hidden meaning. Okay. What's another word for underground? Buried? Covered? Could it be a cover up? Maybe it's one of those each letter is a number thingies? So you would be 21? N would be 14? D would be. Oh! It's an anagram! Nuncreed's
Vic and Beck
drugstore.
looked at Rollo with amazement.
Hello, that was incredible. Well, it's either that or friend's new drugstore. Yeah, I think you were right the first time. How'd you do that? What can I say? I love ciphers. Well, I guess we know where to go next. Time to go investigate the drugstore, my friendos. All right, off we go. Scared me half to death. Sorry. You kids haven't seen Mr. Tulliver around, have you? Nope. He's got me waiting around like the last slice of pie. I swear, that man would be late to his own funeral.
The road leading to Beacon Pines was long and a sort of natural barrier for the impatient.
Guess we go this way, I forgot. Hi, Bunny! How you doing? You're still at work, but you is listening? That's cool. Listen away, my friend. Have a wonderful rest of your time at work, and I hope it goes by very quickly for you. Thanks for stopping in. Alright, so we're on our way to the drugstore. You're late, Augustus. Sorry, sister. Was caught up with work. Work? You? I had a few more details to lock down for the festival. Oh, what do you have to report? What is this insipid town festival really about? I think
Gus looked around nervously.
Mr. Kerr really does just want to do something good for the town. He's actually a pretty nice guy. You should spend some time with him. Hey, it's always great when your boss just leaves for the day and kind of coast it for the rest of the day. I'm just kidding. Don't listen to me. I'm a bad influence. I didn't pull strings installing you as mayor so that you could make friends. Your job is to help me figure out what Kerr and Perennial Harvest's true intentions are with this town. We have a responsibility. This is our father's town. Was. Excuse me? This was our father's town. He's gone, Harris, and he isn't coming back. Father left us with nothing but problems. Mr. Kerr came here and offered to help us. We accepted that help. We didn't agree to them turning Father's warehouse into a toxic dumping ground. That is just a temporary arrangement. The glow can be seen from our damned backyard. They are dumping their nasty little secrets on us. When this all inevitably goes wrong, who do you think will be blamed?
Harris's cry hung in the air.
We have a new choice to make now, sister. This town is going to change whether we like it or not. Are we going to choose to be a part of that future or be forgotten in the past? It's a shame. Father named you Augustus, but you will always just be a Gus. Good night, Harris. I'll see you at breakfast tomorrow. It's getting late, children. She's like, it's getting late, children. See you later. It's past my bedtime. To the drugstore.
Solomon stood proudly at the entrance to the drugstore, holding a brown bag overflowing with black licorice.
Hey, Solomon. We're looking for Mr. Nuncreed. Is he still in there? I'm afraid not. And where'd you get the candy from? You might say, we have an arrangement.
Solomon shoveled a surprising amount of licorice into his mouth.
Sometimes it's the small pleasures in life. Though we might not always have family to rely on, licorice has never let me down. Well, I can't say licorice would be my first choice. But whatever floats your boat. You can tell a lot about a person by their choice of confection. Oh, yeah, I guess. I like sour gobs. I'm certain you do. I always wondered why Mr. Nuncreed kept licorice in stock. You must eat enough of it to make it worthwhile. There are many ways to earn loyalty. For some, it's as easy as cold hard cash. Well, isn't he a creepy little creepster? Well, he's right. It's locked. There's gotta be more clues. Okay, let's see. Alright. So, I think the other thing we can interact with is over here.
Jeff's hardware closed down about a year ago. The effects of the foul harvest stretched wide. When there are no crops in the field, tractors don't need fixing.
Okay, so that's not it. The library is closed. Have you ever seen anyone actually use this thing? Besides Mr. Nuncreed? No.
Beck cupped her hands on the glass to peek inside.
That is not a normal phone booth. It's got like a blinky keypad. Why would there be a blinky keypad? Kren's new drugstore. I mean, underground secrets. The
Beck
password.
flung open the door and they all squeezed in.
All right. Let's see
Luca
here.
cracked his knuckles and entered the letters into the keypad.
Underground secrets. Sounds like that did something. Great. Now what? I guess we...
The inside of the phone booth dropped loose from its shell.
It's like the Tower of Terror. Inside of the phone booth, dropped loose
Without
from its
even
shell.
a space to panic, they closed their eyes, held their breath, and accepted their fate. Suddenly, the chaotic descent slowed to an effortless landing. It was unclear where they ended up, but at least it was solid ground.
So they didn't fall to their untimely
The
demise.
air was stagnant and smelled vaguely of chlorine.
I knew it. You knew that there was a secret hub full of strange tubes under the phone booth? Of course I did. Didn't I say that? No. I definitely thought it. Luca, do you remember when I said how cool it would be if the trans-dimensional conduits from Hank Atomic issue number 12 were real? Rollo, at one point or another, you've said that about every technology ever discussed in Hank Atomic. That is why I'm such a good predictor. It looks like each of these has something written on them. This suit has a broken mask. It's the same one! It's the same one Luca broke. So, have we found our mystery warehouse scraper? We've at least found their hazmat suit. If it walks like a Nuncreed and talks like a Nuncreed, let's jump to conclusions. Just saying. Valentine Fertilizer Warehouse. Isn't that where you almost got snatched? Yeah. Why would Perennial Harvest have a tube going to the old Valentine place? This is starting to feel like something big. Perennial Harvest main office? That's where my mom works. What does she do? Science stuff. Is she involved in all of this? We just moved here. How could she be involved? True. Mining Operations Alpha. You guys have mines here? Not that I know of. This town is all farms and fertilizer. And a series of tubes. Pa always says you can only trust a miner up to the point when they get hit gold. Not sure how that wisdom applies in this exact situation. That's the thing about Pa. You don't always realize what he means until it's too late. That's a lot of button. Stand aside, Earthlings. I've read enough Hank Atomic to know my way around sci-fi
Rollo's
tech.
hands hovered over the field of blinking buttons.
Eeny, meeny, miny. Hello. What did you do? Nothing. I didn't even mow yet. What was that? Clyde! Where? There's nothing but weird tubes down here. Just get back. Shit. 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 Awesome. You all need to come with me now. We aren't going anywhere with you. Not until we get some answers. Mr. Underground Secrets. I told them it was an absurd password, but they love anything that makes them feel clever. They who? That's no matter. If I can keep you hidden until after the festival, it might be able to save your skins. I might be able to save your skins. We don't care about our skins. Hold on now. Hold on now. I like my skin. This all stops now, Nuncreed.
Joseph waited for a moment in silence.
You sound just like him. Who? Walt. You don't get to talk about my dad. You know, your father and I were friends back
He
before
gestured toward the strange tubes.
all of this. That's a lie. It's true. I used to bounce you on my knee. What happened? Same thing that always happens. Reality, complications, life. We were a team, Walt and I. An idealistic doctor and a bright-eyed pharmacist, both hell-bent on helping folks. So you were his sidekick? No. We were partners. He helped the patients and I helped him. Yep, total sidekick.
Nuncreed let out a growl of a sigh.
Luca, I need you to know this. I need someone to know this. One day, Sharper Valentine comes to us. Says he's got an opportunity. He found something he didn't quite understand, and he was willing to pay us both handsomely to help him understand it. And my dad said no. Your father and I both believed in helping people, but the thing I could never get him to understand was, it's a lot easier to help others if you help yourself now and then. Classic sidekick into villain plotline. Walt loved being righteous almost more than he loved his family. He was wrong about one thing, though. When he begged me not to take Valentine's offer, he said, Joseph, if a person says yes one time to Sharper Valentine, he'll make sure they keep saying yes to him until the day he's dead
He
and
shook
gone.
his head wistfully.
Sharper's long gone, but he's still got me saying yes. Is there a point to this sob story? Not really, no. Just an old man trying to delay what needs doing.
Nuncreed took a menacing step towards the children.
I tried to keep you safe. I tried to keep you and Juniper out of this. But you forced my
Luca
hand.
began to laugh.
What? You really don't know? My Gran isn't out of this. She's been scheming right under your nose. Juniper? Seemed like she's planning on crashing the town's party. She's going to disrupt the festival? Why would
The
she?
color drained from Nuncreed's face.
How does she know? Apparently, she knows a lot of things. What? Let's just say this isn't the only underground layer we've busted into today. And honestly, hers is way cooler. She's got maps and explosives and bad intentions, big man.
Nuncreed grabbed Luca by the shoulders. His eyes were frantic.
You need to tell me what she's going to do right now. She doesn't understand what it is she's messing with. Tell me now. She's in danger, boy. I don't know. She had a map with the mark on the fountain in town square. The fountain? But
A
why
jolt
would...
of realization struck Mr. Nuncreed.
She knows about the source? What the heck is the source? If she tries to destroy the source, it could catalyze and... Dear God, she's going to freeze us all. I love how his ears are like flapping in the vacuum breeze. You all need to run. Run where? Run where? Exactly. Away. As far away from this town as you can get. Head west and don't look back. That did not go how I expected. So... We're totally following him, right? Totally. See you on the other side. You good? Yep. I love this town.
Chapter 8. The Cold, Hard Truth. Beck leapt up, allowing the suction to yank her into the dark. Dimness eclipsed around her like the shutter of a camera as she seemed to cover great distance in mere moments. Her only points of reference were glints of upcoming turns, which approached with frightening speed, only to carom her gracefully along. She heard the tinny, distant echoes of Rollo's glee. Once she stopped fighting against it, the ride was impossibly smooth. Then, all of a sudden, as if minutes had passed in an instant, light blazed into view.
Welcome back from the ad break.
A burst of wintry air snuffed across her face, and she was flung out into the cold.
That was intense. Yeah. I think I might have parted with some fluids in there. Okay, TMI, Rollo, TMI. Any idea where we are? Somewhere cold? Doesn't look like it got on any of us. I didn't feel like we traveled that far. So, where did it all go? This place sucks. Why would anyone even want to blow something up out here? Only one way to find out, I suppose. We've got to catch up to Nuncreed. I think he went this way. So the town is frozen over now? Okay, this is starting to feel really familiar. I may not be the most well-versed on all things Beacon Pines, but this does look like some sort of frozen replica of town. Ah, I got it. It's so obvious now. Mr. Nuncreed is an alien. Rollo, stick with me here. His species can only live in sub-zero temperatures. Oh boy, here we go. The source is their base camp dimension, so naturally they keep it cold. We found it by traveling through those metallic wormholes back there. The final objective? Kill us all and shapeshift into a Beacon Pine citizen of their choosing. You never really had me. But you very much lost me there. You get used to it. We should keep moving.
As they rounded the corner to the frozen town square, they spotted Mr. Nuncreed inching cautiously toward a pit at its center. He held his arms out gingerly, as if approaching a beast in the wild.
We caught up to Mr. Nuncreed, and there's Gran!
Upon closing the distance, Luca recognized what Nuncreed was after. Gran stood confidently at the edge, one arm outstretched over the abyss. Nearby, a wheelbarrow had been emptied out. She held a lit torch, which flickered in the bitter wind.
Juniper, I don't know what you think you're doing, but I assure you this is not going to solve anything. If you drop that, you've doomed this whole town. Whee! Oh, it wasn't me who doomed this town. I've been watching you, Joseph. I know what you've done. You and your co-conspirators. Gran? What's happening? Luca, you and your friends need to leave right this moment. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I still have one kiddo who's home for the summer. All right, Luca, you and your friends need to leave right this moment.
Mr. Nuncreed turned back toward the kids, desperation in his eyes.
Listen to your grandma, Luca. This is between me and Juniper.
Rolenbeck held steadfast in awe. Luca approached closer. Mr. Nuncreed spun back toward Gran, his voice growing louder.
You've got it all wrong, Juniper. Just hand over that torch. You don't understand what you're doing. How could I possibly trust you to do the right thing? Walt told me everything. He trusted you, and you betrayed that trust. Luca, did you know that this man's entire life is a lie? If it weren't for him, your father might still be alive.
Mr. Nuncreed winced with anguish. His voice hardened.
That's not true.
They both now yelled, not to each other, but at fate itself, making their peace with long-held burdens. The wind howled with encouragement.
Walt was like a brother to me. We just had different ideas about how to effect change. Very convenient that your way just happened to line your pockets. Now that's not
They
fair.
menaced at each other, both catching their breath. The moment balanced on a knife's edge. Amid a blur of emotions and memories, Luca's mind flooded with questions.
I love how they're all involving these children in this dramatic story with the
The
town.
wind calmed, as if to give him the stage.
And in the stillness, he began to blank, so we get to choose a charm to figure out which way to go in the story. And weep is the only one that we've been giving the choice. He began to weep.
And in
So,
the stillness, he began to weep. It was all just too much. Falling to his knees, Luca whimpered softly.
I have a feeling that we're going to have to go back in the story again.
The tears crystallized as they hit the snow. Gran stared at Luca for a moment with warm sympathy, remembering why this was all necessary.
This will all make sense soon, Luca. Then everything can go back to normal. I promise.
She stiffened up and brandished the torch at Mr. Nuncreed.
You can't hide behind those people any longer, Joseph. Once their precious source is destroyed, we'll see where their loyalties fall. Juniper, don't...
Ignoring his final plea, Gran flung the torch into the deep darkness. She smiled and exhaled in relief. Mr. Nuncreed moaned in resignation. The torch echoed as it ricocheted down the hole, punctuated with a thunderous thud.
You see, Joseph, I've learned one very important lesson in life. If you want things to change, then you must be willing
Gran
to...
could finish, the ground shook her to silence.
And now they're all ice cubes.
Gran only had time to spin around and run to Luca. Her attempt to shield him, an honorable but trifling act. Unflinching love, pitted against an unthinking horror. There was no contest. Her warm embrace froze in an instant. That is where they remain, fixed in place, forever. And so, our story ends on this melancholy scene. In a town brought low by its secrets sits the frozen statues of a misguided band of meddlers. The end. Well, that was dire. On the bright side, we finally figured out where all the ice is coming from. Now, we just need to find a way to deal with a mystic, unfathomable force of nature.
Okay, so we've used up that. Those are all used. These are used. Those are used. So I guess we have to go back to this chapter. The MCDC. Just quite a ways back. Okay, so we've got Luca's mind raced. He was caught in a trap. What do you do when there's no hope? Iggy wiped his cheeks with his sleeve. What are you gonna do, Luca? Luca drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had left. Flight!
Luca drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had left. Flight. He squinted down the barrel of the mission control defense cannon, aiming it through an opening in the dense tree branches. He looked up with surprise as it struck true and taut.
Wow, I can't believe that worked. Hey, Mr. Kerr! We'd love to hear your thoughts, but I'm afraid we have places to be. Come on, Iggy. See ya, jerks. Fine, we know where that leads them. This way, we'll take the tunnels.
Luca and Iggy winced as they sprinted through the thicket. The branches clawed at them, reluctant to give passage. After what felt like a marathon, Luca stopped in his tracks as they reached the clearing. What the? That was all he was able to say before Iggy slammed into his back. The boys tumbled down a steep decline and crashed with a wheezing thud on a surface as hard as ice. In fact, it was ice. Chapter 5. Signs. They stood silently, catching their breath. The sky was like sapphire. With each breath, a plume of steam escaped from Luca's lungs. Let's keep moving. Luca pulled Iggy to his feet as they gazed across a snowy terrain.
That was actually pretty badass. I think we lost him. Are we up in the mountains? I don't think so. If anything, we went downhill. Then what's up with the Winter Wonderland? All I know is there's no going back the way we came. Let's see if we can get our bearings. Follow me. We need to find a way home. What's the readout? Sitting just above 258 Kelvin. That's down a bit from last time. Should we report this to Mr. Kerr? Still within safe ranges. It may be spreading, but it's under control for now. Even a small nudge in the equilibrium could cause a cascade. Dude, relax. Just a few more sites to hit before we can punch out. Let's get this over with. What's all this? Hard to say with all this snow. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, Iggy used to be kind of a bully, and they kind of met each other in the forest where all the runout from the toxic fertilizer plant was, and Iggy and Luca had a falling out, and Luca ended up pushing Iggy into some hazardous biohazard waste, and so Iggy started to change, and that's why Iggy looks the way that they do. So Iggy was hiding up in the treehouse to get away from the clipboards, which is Mr. Kerr's employees for the perennial harvest, because they were after him. So they were escaping from the treehouse. So we've backtracked all this way to be here. Hard to say with all the snow. I think it's a town sign. I can almost make out the letters under there. Town could this even be? There couldn't be another town this deep into Weepwood. I'm looking at evidence to the contrary. Let's figure out what we're dealing with here. Step 1. Snow's gotta go. I'll see what I can do. In situations such as these, I find it best to check stuff first. Ask questions second. Chuck stuff. Aha. So we have to... There we go. Welcome to Beacon Pine.
The boys stared in disbelief at the sign that now clearly read, "Welcome to Beacon Pines."
This doesn't make any sense. We're in Beacon Pines? How's that possible? We ran away from town. How did we get back here? I guess we got turned around. Where did all the snow come from? Well, it's been colder than normal lately. There's a pretty big difference between sweater weather and this Arctic hellscape. The puddle we fought out before, it was cold too. Maybe all of this leads to one source. You think it's related? What the hell is going on? We're gonna get you some answers. Let's keep moving. Luca, are you
Luca
there?
had almost forgotten the walkie-talkie he was carrying.
Is that Bozo Kerr? Took way too long, but your hug command now works. Let's go, Sonata. I'm glad that yours works. We hope nothing bad has happened to you out
Luca
in those
looked at
woods.
Iggy with hesitation.
No
With a
need to be
resigned
rude.
sigh, Luca responded.
Seems like the only dangerous thing in the woods is you. He speaks, the young man of the hour. Now, how in tarnation did you end up with one of our radios? Just lucky, I guess. Boy howdy, Van Horns are full of surprises, aren't you? You knew my parents? I never had the honor of meeting your father, but your mom sure was a handful.
Luca winced, shoving the walkie-talkie back into his pocket.
So Luca's mom is missing, and his dad died in a fertilizer plant accident. So basically everything I want to do involves writing custom C# code, and I don't know streamer bot C# to make it interact right. So everything takes way longer than it needs to. But you did it, right? And that's all that matters. Congratulations. We gotta keep moving. It's all
Looking down
frozen.
at the frozen stream, Luca could faintly see a school of minnows encased in the ice.
Whatever happened here, it happened fast. The fish didn't even have time to run. Or, swim run.
The crunching of footsteps trailing Luca went hush. He looked back to see Iggy's face twisted with confusion.
Everyone's gone. What? There's nothing here but more snow. There must be an explanation for all of this. We have to keep looking. You can look all you want. I quit. Iggy, we have to keep going. You don't get it, do you? This isn't one of your pathetic Hank Atomic stories. We aren't going to save the day. We aren't even going to save ourselves. My face is mangled. The town is destroyed. And everyone we've ever known is gone. We don't know that. You can't just quit. Do whatever you want. I'm done. Iggy, it's gonna be okay.
Luca peered upward at the darkening sky. He let out a long, foggy breath. Faintly, Iggy began to cry. Seeing Iggy in such a pathetic state gave Luca a sense of compassion, and more than a little guilt.
It is getting pretty late, I think. Probably not a great idea to stumble around in the dark anyway.
Luca allowed himself to collapse next to Iggy.
Let's just rest a
The
bit.
boys huddled together for warmth and comfort. If not for exhaustion, their minds would be racing, trying to make sense of the events of the day. As it was, all they had energy for was to sit in silence, numb.
Poor kiddos. The way the snow covered everything over, it's kind of calming. Yeah. I haven't had time to say it, but thanks. Huh? For getting us away from those creeps. I sort of froze up back there. Iggy, I should be the one apologizing. This all happened because I lost my temper. Nah, that's bull hockey. First of all, you didn't know what that gunk would do. You didn't, right? Of course not. And second, stop with this baloney about losing your temper. But I did lose
Iggy
my
motioned
temper.
sarcastically to his half-deformed face.
Obviously. But that's exactly what you should have done. Huh? I was being a horse's ass. You were supposed to be a horse's ass in response. That's how it works. Iggy, I'm having a hard time following. You wanted me to fight you? Of course. Jeez, you goody-goody types take forever to understand this very basic point. Why would you go around saying cruel things trying to get into
Iggy
fights?
shrugged.
It's something I do. You're an asshole because you're bored? Sometimes I just feel empty. You wouldn't understand. You and Roller are always having a blast together, laughing and calling that dinky little treehouse mission control.
Iggy now wept openly.
Perfect little Luca Van Horn with his perfect little life. My life is not perfect. Everybody in town likes you. Not everybody. Hell, that new girl hasn't even unpacked yet, and she even already likes you. You have
He wiped
Tish.
his nose with a sleeve.
I love Tish. Tish is great. But she ain't exactly the world's greatest conversationalist, you know?
Luca gave a warm chuckle.
I get that
Iggy cleared his
impression.
throat as he wiped his eyes.
Huh? It must be raining out here.
Iggy
Definitely.
arched into a wide yawn.
Oh, we should probably try to get some sleep. Yeah. Let's lay low for now. Tomorrow, we'll get to the bottom of
Luca's
all of
eyelids
this.
began to slowly drift shut.
Luca? Yeah? I always did want to see the inside of your little dinky treehouse. What do you think? Not bad. I'll give you the full tour when we get back. You know what?
That's all Luca could whisper before succumbing to sleep. Iggy snuggled in some more.
When it comes to worst days of my entire life, this one wasn't half bad.
The house smelled of warm bread. Luca was playing with toy blocks on the living room rug. He looked up to see his parents on the couch. His mother held his father's head in her lap. She idly stroked his hair while humming a song. A voice behind Luca spoke. "This is how you remember them, huh?" Luca turned to see his own face. The doppelganger from his dreams, still clad in a yellow hazmat suit, still carrying a look of disdain behind empty eyes. "Aww," Look at this perfectly cozy scene. You know it wasn't really like this. The figure picked up a toy block and inspected it. It's amazing the facades that one can build given the right materials. Not that I blame us. These are a child's memories, all warm and fuzzy. You don't remember, do you? Lucas snatched the block from the figure's yellow-gloved hand. Remember what? The doppelganger pointed to the couch. The last day we saw him alive. The day he chose to abandon us. Luca turned to look at his father, still lounging on the couch. That's not true. He didn't abandon us. The doppelganger waved his hand dismissively. Everything is true here. It's just a matter of what we choose to see. Let me show you. The world flickered and pulsed. Luca was sitting next to his bed, listening to his heartbeat with one of his dad's stethoscopes. The doppelganger limped into the room. Now, we both know that's not how this went. He grabbed Luca's hand and guided the stethoscope to the floor. Luca heard muffled shouting, brought close by the stethoscope. It was his parents, fighting. Do you remember what we did next? Luca gave a slow nod and crept down the hall to peek through the banister.
Well, the story is really
He
deep.
could see the outline of his mother at the bottom of the stairs. Damn it, Walt. We can't afford to get involved in this. She was scared. His father stepped forward. What am I supposed to do? Just watch? There's a sickness in this town, and we both know who's behind it. I swore an oath to help people. I won't turn my back on them. Luca's mother grabbed Walt. She was crying, pleading. I can't lose you. Walt calmly removed Eleanor's hand from his shoulder. What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. I could never live with myself if I let Sharper get away with this. Eleanor raised her voice. Spare me your bullshit platitudes. What about our son? Luca flinched, dropping the stethoscope down the stairs. Walt turned with a panicked smile. Luca, is that you, buddy? With tears in his eyes, Luca descended the stairs. Mom? Dad? What's going on? Walt dropped to a knee to meet Luca eye to eye. Nothing, buckaroo. Your mom and I just got a little overexcited is all.
Isn't that what they always say?
Luca placed the stethoscope against his father's chest. His heart was racing. It sounded like you were going somewhere. Walt gently removed the device from Luca's ears. Listen to me, Luca. I have some business to take care of. I'll be back in time to tuck you in. Luca hugged his father tightly. Promise? Walt stood up and walked to the door. He glanced over his shoulder. I promise. With a wink and a grin, he put on his hat and strode out into the evening sun.
There's two kids randomly
figure
sleeping in a
approached
snowstorm.
soundlessly from the foggy snowfall. It stood above them, lingering in contemplation. Slowly raising one hand above Iggy, it snapped out 2 brisk raps on his head. From a deep slumber, Iggy sprang up defensively.
Your
Whether
hands
it was
off
the
me.
calming presence or the recognition that he was not in danger, Iggy felt his clenched fists lower.
Just what do you think you're
Luca
doing?
looked up, gradually remembering his whereabouts. The figure exhaled a cloud of warm vapor.
You two certainly have caused a lot of commotion. What's that supposed to mean? Take it easy, Iggy. We were asleep minding our own business. You're the one running around knocking on people's heads. I'm sorry if I hurt you, Iggy. You didn't hurt nobody. Anybody. Huh? Oh, I see. You think you're better than me.
When it came to
You...
complete strangers, Iggy had trouble cobbling together an insult.
You're big-hatted, scarfy-necked, furball. Okay, let's lower the temperature a bit here. Interesting choice of words. I mean, let's all just calm down. Who are you? A friend? An observer? A hitchhiker on the infinite expanse of possibility? Great! How about a name? Apparently, we're in another ad break, you guys. If you must call me something, you can call me
Iggy
Nat.
huffed with gratification.
How about you make like a gnat and buzz off? Very
Nat
well.
began to turn away indifferently.
Wait! Do you live here? You might say that. So you know where we are. You might also say that. Look, pal, we just want to find a safe way out of here. You gonna help us or not? Before knowing how to leave, one must know where they are. All right, that does it. Luca, I don't know about you, but I'm getting out of here one way or
Iggy
another.
turned sharply and began to stomp off.
Enough with the riddles. Iggy, wait up.
Realizing he'd worn their patience then, Nat relented.
Very well, I suppose this isn't time for metaphors. I'll show you how to get
Luca
back
and
home.
Iggy turned around with hope in their eyes.
Come here.
Nat took a deep breath
Welcome
in.
back from the ad break, you guys. Close your eyes.
Nat exhaled slowly, then snapped his fingers.
Okay, open
For a
them.
brief moment, Luca and Iggy let themselves believe that some great magic was about to unfold, until they opened their eyes and found themselves in the exact same place, cold and disheartened.
This is your home. This is Beacon Pines. Look, Nat, we don't know how we got here. Maybe we stumbled through some time travel gate in Weepwood, or we teleported to some alternate universe, where this is just some cruel experiment by Kurt and his goons. But this is not our home. You are inching closer to the truth. Alas, the reality is much less fanciful. Just give it to us straight. So be it. As I said, this is Beacon Pines. The original true Beacon Pines. Right, so we have found a way home because we are at the original Beacon Pines. You both grew up here, but the town you called your home for the past several years is a replica. A remarkable achievement of engineering, to be fair, but a replica nonetheless. That's impossible. It's too much work. You'd need a whole town to replicate a whole town. Indeed, to pull off such a feat would require immense labor power. That which could be moved would be moved. That which could not would require a precise duplicate. We would have noticed. Someone would have noticed. You'd think so, unless the auditing was impeccable. A mind-numbing attention to detail. As for the innumerable trivialities which complete the tapestry, well, you can leave that to this miraculous thing we call a brain. It has a real aversion to discontinuity, a revulsion even. The brain has a wonderful way of smoothing out the rough edges, keeping us sane. Luca and Iggy looked around uncomfortably. So, you're saying that someone made an entire new town and moved us all and no one noticed? Precisely. But why? Why is the one question that can never be answered with certainty? The best one can do is
Nat
uncover.
narrowed his eyes, furrowed his brow, and uttered,
The source. Why'd you say the source like that? Why,
Luca began
indeed.
to laugh uncomfortably.
It's all ridiculous. There's no
He
way they
looked
could.
down at his feet. His eyes darted back and forth in contemplation. With a sudden pain, a thought struck him.
This really is home.
He sprinted off into the pale distance. As Iggy turned to follow, Nat called out.
Iggy, it's not too late to turn back. Simply head west, go through Weepwood.
Chapter 6.
Okay, so we know that Mr. Nuncreed told them to run west. And now Nat is telling them to run west. But why are they running west?
The source. Nat expressed his sympathy with a shrug and sauntered off as unassumingly as he'd arrived. He'd given Luca and Iggy what they needed, and nothing more. As Luca sprinted across the snow, the events of the past few days became clearer, pieces to a larger puzzle. Rollo said he was underground somewhere, captured. Mr. Kerr tried to cover it up with lies. The clipboards were hell-bent on capturing Iggy. It all seemed to point to perennial harvest. But right now, there was one thing that Luca needed to know. Luca stopped dead in his tracks. The tree was gone, uprooted and moved, leaving a raw gash in the earth. He dropped to his knees and dug wildly at the cold snow. His numb hands hit something hard, a headstone. A dry whisper escaped Luca's lips.
You're here. All this time, I thought I was visiting you. But you've been here, alone in the snow. Dad, I'm so sorry. They ruined your favorite spot in the world. Our favorite spot in the world. Dad, what do I
There was no
do?
reply, just snow-covered silence.
Why'd you give me the slip like that? What if I couldn't find you,
Iggy
you
finally
jerk?
noticed the tears welling in Luca's eyes and the snow-covered grave.
Oh. Iggy, they stole his tree. Iggy! Yikes.
Suddenly, they heard the crunch of approaching footsteps in the snow.
We gotta hide. $259K. All off distance, still good. Dude, did you hear me? I said 259. Sorry. You ever think about what we did here? We saved a whole town of people. Doesn't feel like it sometimes. What about everything we left behind? That's the grave of someone with a family. The people who love them will never know the truth. The truth is
He bent down to
overrated.
scoop up a snowball and lobbed it playfully.
Hey! Don't be such a downer, dude. We took this job to change the world. Yeah. Come on. It's almost lunchtime. Weirdo. Did you just see the way it danced, like, out of the view? Here, I thought I was a jerk. These dinguses are out here literally dancing
Luca
on
stuttered
graves.
through heaving sobs.
I thought I was visiting him. I thought he was with me. Not gonna lie, that's a bad break. Here's
Iggy
some
gave Luca a
advice.
solid smack on the back of his head.
Hey! Who's any of this helping? What? Sitting here in the snow crying like some pushover. Who are you helping? Iggy, look what they did. They lied to everyone. Blah, blah, blah. Luca Van Horn, you're a lot of things, but you ain't no pushover. What did I tell you before? When some jerk comes at you acting like a horse's ass, I should stand up for myself. Hell yeah! Kerr and his merry little band of clipboards pulled off this switcheroo for a reason, right? That mentioned something about
Luca
a
wiped his
source.
eyes with his sleeve.
Whatever's at the source must be awfully valuable to Perennial Harvest. Sure would be a shame if something unfortunate were to happen to their precious source, wouldn't it? What do you have in mind? And now your bonk command is fixed because apparently you didn't have it sending messages, just playing the sound. Oh, so nobody knows why it was going bonk. It was just going bonk. I love being a streamer and having to figure out how to get all your commands to work correctly. It's great. All right, so what do you have in mind? If it's small enough to sneal, we snatch it. If it's too big to snatch, we smash it. And what if it's too big to
Iggy
smash?
flashed a mischievous smile and cracked his knuckles.
I'm always up for a challenge. I'm gonna make this right, Dad, I promise. Let's do this. Locate the source. All right, so that's our next objective. It can get awful cold out there in those woods, Luca. Probably best you two stay put and conserve your energy. Help is on the way. Where's Rolo? Where's my mom? Did you kill her? Oh, heavens no. Do I seem like a killer
Iggy
to
and
you?
Luca shared a skeptical look.
Well, do I? Aw, shucks. Now that hurts my feelings. Screw that guy. A lot of your commands require custom codes. Yeah, see, I'm not that smart. Wait a minute. If this is the original town, then that means...
Iggy darted behind a large pine and began digging furiously. He emerged holding a shoebox with a crude skull painted on its lid.
What's that? Long story. So a few years back, I, came into possession of some premium grade fireworks. Not the wimpy firecracker stuff they give kids. The good stuff. So why did you bury it under a tree? That's the long part of the story. Rolo were doing chores at Roller's chicken coop. And you guys pissed me off for some reason
Luca
or another.
rolled his eyes with realization.
No, you
Iggy
didn't.
stifled a chuckle.
Yep. I just wanted to give you guys a little scare. But, like I said, these were some primo fireworks. So I might have underestimated things. You blew up the chicken coop. I prefer to think of it as incendiary redecoration. Sorry, but you should have seen the looks on your faces. Rolo got grounded for months, which is why I needed to stash the evidence and lay low. So I buried them under that tree. But when I came back for them later, they were gone. I figured someone grown up found them
Iggy
and tossed them.
triumphantly raised the shoebox.
Turns out, it wasn't the fireworks that got moved. It was us. Unbelievable. Do you think this is a game? Newsflash, boyo. You're not a hero. You're a little brat who is in way over his head. A hero is just someone who refuses to give up. Comics these days are rotting children's brains. Everyone thinks they're a spaceman superhero. I was always partial to Hank Atomic myself. Is that so? Do you really think you have a chance against us? You have no idea how powerful we are. Prepare for blastoff, loser. Thanks again for the lurk, Sonata.
Luca and Iggy inched up to the edge of the hole with bewilderment in their eyes. Arctic air breathed out of the cavern in heaving gusts.
Echo, 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 echo. Whoa. I can see why they wanted to move us all out of town now. But why would they dig a giant hole? I think this is it. This is the source? It's a dang hole. How do we smash a hole? Oh, it's much more than that, my annoying little friend. Kerr! Where's Rollo? I wasn't lying before. He's safe. Well, safer than you two, at least. Drats, it's cold. You just had to drag me all the way out here,
Mr.
didn't
Kerr
you?
gazed down the abyss in contemplation.
It really is something, isn't it? What did you do to our town? What is all of this? Well, that's a doozy of a question. This is the source where they collect the unrefined,
Kerr scratched the back of his head.
Honestly, boys, I don't understand any of this well enough to explain it. Fact of the matter is, I'm not paid to know. What do you mean you don't know? Ain't you in charge? Oh, heavens no. My role is merely to flash a winning smile and manage various complications. Complications like us? You are a smart
His
boy.
face contorted into a saccharine grin.
It really is nothing personal. Some people are just destined to strive for greatness, and others are simply obstacles along the way. Seems like you were destined to be a creepy lackey. The point is that we all play our part in life. Mine just happened to be a lead and the role of a lifetime, and you happen to be extras ready for your curtain call. We aren't giving up without a fight. Your smile is not going to be so winning after we're done with you. Now, boys, there's no need for melodrama. It makes even a professional such as myself embarrassed for you. Let's change the
Kerr
mood a
snapped
bit.
his fingers.
Scene change. There. That's better. Deal with them.
Iggy turned to Luca with a sly glance.
Why are you smirking? Because I have a box full of fireworks and you don't.
Iggy waved the box into the air, threatening to drop it down the hole.
Stop. Let's not do something regrettable. Joke's on you. Regret is one of my specialties. Out of curiosity, what happened if I threw these in your precious hole? Nothing. Nothing at all. You're a terrible liar. I'll have you know, I'm an exceptional liar. That's
Iggy
far
plucked
enough.
a single bottle rocket from the box and held it up with reverence.
Stop, you fool! Call off your goons.
After a long pause, Mr. Kerr flung up his hand with frustration.
Very well. You can all head back for the night. It's been a long day. I'll handle these two from here.
Mr.
So
Kerr
they like
sighed
come in and
into
then
the
they leave?
frigid air.
It's just us now, Iggy. You can put that down. What, like
With a
this?
nonchalant flick, Iggy tossed the firework into the hole.
Ooh.
With
Whoa.
a growl, Kerr leapt at Iggy, crashing through Luca. Iggy tried to twist away, but in the struggle they both tumbled over the side. Luca dove forward, bracing Iggy's hand just before it slipped. His grip was made precarious by the cold, wet snow. He could see Kerr further down, clinging to Iggy's coat.
You reckless child, what have you done? Luca, listen to me. Hold on tight and use the walkie-talkie to call them back. What channel do I use? It doesn't make a damn difference. They're always listening. If you do that, the clipboards will just haul us up and snag us both. The only way to get out of this is if Kerr's out of the picture. Let go and save yourself. Just let go. If he lets go, we both die. I don't want to die, but seeing the look on your face almost makes it worth it. Mr. Kerr, you've had a long life. Why don't you actually do something selfless and just
Mr.
let
Kerr
go?
gasped with insult.
Long life. I'll have you know I can still play 25. You should have heard me sing the part of Phileas
With a
Young.
wild look in his eye, Mr. Kerr began to hum a proud melody.
Rum dum dum. Crumpety dum dum. Wow. Can you believe this guy? We got
Luca's
a
hand
new
began to
charm.
cramp. His voice began to crack.
Just let go. No can do. If you want to save your friend, you'll have to save me too. Luca, look at me. It's
Luca
okay.
felt Iggy loosen his grasp.
You aren't going to kill your friend like that, are
Every
you?
muscle in Luca's body burned.
I'm not his friend. Yes, you are. Nah, I'm just a no-good bully. Like you, Kerr. Iggy,
Luca felt
no.
his hand slipping.
And I told you what you need to do with bullies. I can't. It's your only way out of this mess. 2 birds with 1 stone. It makes sense for all of us to fall together. Wackadoos travel in
Calm settled
packs.
over Iggy's face.
Luca, let me
Iggy's
do
voice
this.
was colder than the bitter air billowing from the chasm.
Let me do this. Do the right thing for once. Oh, great. Now we get to choose? Luca had no choice but to blank Iggy's request. So we get to refuse his request or accept his request. What do you want to do, guys? What should we do? It's a turning point. What do we do? So do we refuse and struggle and try to save him, or do we accept and let them both go? We accept them? Bunny says we're going to accept them. All right. Let's see what we do. We're going to accept.
Luca had no choice but to accept Iggy's request. With a quiet blink, Luca watched a teardrop sail down into the howling void.
Off now. Later, buddy. Have a safe trip home.
As his fingers slowly gave up, he met eyes with Iggy.
Good.
The 2 silhouettes were swallowed by darkness.
And fireworks. Just lurking. Okay, no problem. Hell of a goodbye, Iggy. Luca, you should really step back. What? Quickly. Curious. Ah, but of course. Those fireworks of Iggy's must have been just the right amount of energy. We should get out of here before perennial harvest arrives. Not until you tell me what just happened. Your friend's sacrifice just saved this town. For a little while, anyway. How? Tempus liquamine is a particular substance. It can change the relationship between matter and time itself, but doing so requires unfathomable energy. In a closed system, that energy can only come from its surroundings. A useful side product of this property being by adding precisely the correct amount of energy to it, one can create a cryogenic cascade. So the gunk makes things cold, and the fireworks made the whole freeze over? It's one way of putting it, yes. As dumb luck would have it, the fireworks weren't strong enough to generate a runaway reaction. I shudder to think what would have happened in
We have
that
some idea
case.
what that would look like.
It'll take them a good while to safely break through and access the source again. If you know all of this stuff, why haven't you been helping? I have been, in my way. Each one of us has our role to play. Iggy's role, it turns out, was to buy us precious time. Mine has been to observe and wait. Wait for what? You. Me? Why?
A
What's my
fierce
role?
twinkle flashed in Nat's eyes.
Luca Van Horn, you are going to save the world.
With a chuckle, Nat turned and walked west. Dumbfounded, Luca followed behind him, trudging through the snow.
I guess we get to figure out what's
Every
west.
step taking him further away from everyone and everything he knew, and closer to destiny. To be continued in Beacon Pines, Pines Harder. Revenge served cold. Second time's a charm? Wait, that's it? This ends with a crummy cliffhanger just when it was getting good? I was even starting to like Iggy. No way. I refuse to be associated with some never-ending parade of sequels. Let's go back and find something more definitive.
It's a whole thing. All right. So we will we'll pick the story up maybe tomorrow or the next time I stream games, because I think tomorrow I will be streaming later. I have a prior commitment, so my stream time is going to change a bit. So either we'll pick it up tomorrow, or we'll do some co-working tomorrow and then we'll resume this on Monday. Either way, we're going to find out about the cliffhanger and see what we need to do. So it looks like we're going to go back and revisit this chapter and try to refuse, because we've accepted and seen what that does. So how are you guys liking the story? I'm like actually fully invested here. Going through, flipping back and forth. It's interesting to find out a little bit about each character and their backstories and such. It's really a cool kind of game put together. I'm glad that you guys are here lurking and listening for story time with Picky Cat Games, story time with Pixie Cat Games. Um so yeah, I'm gonna have to end stream here. I did start a little bit later today because I was très sleepy. Um but I'll be back tomorrow. Um Probably around maybe the same time as I was today. If you guys have my Discord, I do put announcements there as to if I have schedule changes or not. You can see them there if I'm going to be on time, late, or switching up my schedule a little bit. Otherwise, you can rely on Twitch for notifications, but I do know that sometimes they don't always notify everybody. So, uh, let's go see who we can take a little bitty pixie raid to. And yeah, do you guys have any suggestions? Let's see. Who's on Twitter? We got doing the things. Let's go. Let's go say hi to. Let's go say hi to D. D amazing. She's playing some Stardew Valley. So yeah, let's go give her some love. My raid messages for all of those who are subscribers. You guys have the animation for the non-subscribers, and I think for those who use Turbo, you guys have to use the other non-animated ones, I think. But anyway, let's go give D some love. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Probably later in the day. So, thanks again so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you then. Bye.